welcome back to my channel and welcome to my project pan update for the month of September. I do have 2 rollouts this month, so that's exciting. I've been waiting most of the month to roll a couple of these out, so stay tuned till the end to find out what I will be rolling in, but let's just go ahead and get started. For my NYX Bear With Me primer, I finished this up shortly after my last update. I only used it 3 more times, so this has been rolled out for pretty much the entire month, but from start to finish I did use it 79 total uses, so it definitely took a long time, but I am proud of myself for finishing it up. Again, just one of those, it took the better part of the year, but I am proud of myself for getting there, and I did like this actually. I would repurchase it again, especially if I was in a pinch. This is definitely one of my most reliable face primers. I love how hydrating it is on the skin. I love how makeup looks on top of it. So this is a really good one, and especially if you're on a budget, I would highly recommend picking this up. I did end up finishing off my Bali Balm. I used it a total of 22 times this month, which means I had 125 total uses from start to finish. I gotta admit, I didn't think it would take me this long to finish up. I wasn't sure if I was gonna get there because I did have to cut it open earlier than I realized, but I was able to do it. I'm so proud of myself. So once again, I'm so excited to finally be rolling this out. This was one of those items that was getting very tedious to want to pan, but I did it. I would not personally repurchase this one. This was a BoxyCharm find. Though I didn't hate it, it didn't do what I wanted it to do for a lip mask or a lip balm. I wanted something a little bit more hydrating, but it wasn't bad. It just wasn't my favorite. From my Urban Decay Space Cowboy, I think I did repress it this month. Was it this month or last month? I'll have to go back and look at the footage, but I did have to repress it. Unfortunately, I only used it twice this month. My focus was on other things, and unfortunately this was just one of those months that didn't get as much uses as others. I still feel like I can finish this off by the end of the year, but I think it's going to take a little bit of work, so at the end of the day we'll just see where we're at by the end of December. But even with repressing it, I do notice some pan like in the corner there, so maybe we'll see what happens over the next few months. My Profusion lip liner, I had such a strong month last month, and though I didn't use it as often this month, I did still use it 8 times, and I was able to create a pretty good gap. I sharpened it quite a bit. So from start to finish, I'm doing pretty good. I still feel like I can finish this off. A lot of it is just going to depend on how short the pencil gets before it stops working. So we'll see. It doesn't have a lot to go, so I really do feel like I can finish this off with a little bit of work before the end of the year. Plus, it's such an everyday, like, pinky neutral lip liner for me that I don't see it being too much of a problem. My Rare Beauty lipstick, I did end up depotting this shortly after I rolled it in, just because I wanted to see what was in the bottom of the tube. I wanted to make sure there wasn't mold or anything on it before I continued to use it, but it looks fine so far. It looks gross right now, but I did use it a total of 10 times, and now that it's in this format, I'm having to use a lip brush to use it, so my progress is going to be very slow. I'm not entirely sure if I'll be able to finish it up by the end of the year. I'm going to just use it as much as possible and see where we land, but it is a good, like, cool tone, kind of a neutral lip color, and I do like using it with the lip liner, so we'll just end up seeing where we land. Now for the 2 items I want to roll in. I do want to roll in this Kosas Wet Lip Oil. I got this in a birthday gift, I think a year ago, but it is almost done. I feel like I have a month or 2 worth of use left, so I definitely feel like I can finish this off before the year is over. Looking at it right now, I think it's just one of those items where if I just go ahead and use it over the next 2 or 3 months, we should be able to finish this off. This isn't super old, but it is one that is just, it's the lip gloss that's almost done, so I would like to not roll this into 2026 with me, so I feel like I could finish this off. Plus, it's such an everyday neutral lip gloss, and it'll go really well with both the lipstick and the lip liner that I have in this project. And for the last item I will be rolling in this month, I do want to roll in the Merit Flush Balm in the shade Apricot. Here is a swatch. This I got in a sample size one day with like a Sephora gift with purchase thing. I think it would be really pretty to use from now until the end of the year. My goal is going to be 50 uses and just kind of see what happens. I don't know what the bottom of the packaging looks like, especially considering that this is just a sample size. So we're going to see what happens. Again, my goal is 50 uses. And that may change as time goes on, as I use it, and I see what happens. But yeah, hopefully I can get to the 50 uses by the end of the year. I think it'll be a little bit of a stretch, but I think it's possible. But if not, we'll just, again, like with everything else here, we'll see where we land. And that is everything from this month's update. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a successful month, especially since I rolled out the 2 items that were giving me a hard time this year. But I'm excited. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do videos focusing on beauty and lifestyle. And my goal on this platform is to share my love for beauty as well as my love for Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And as of right now, I'm currently pregnant, so I've got a lot of those updates coming up as well as some vlogs. Anyway, if that's all what you're into, hit that subscribe button. If not, but you still want to stick around, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.